Good morning, Dr. G coming at you with a new video. This time we're in Jamovi and we're doing a simple random sample. I'm going to walk you through the whole process, including putting the data in and making some adjustments. And then I have a really nice trick at the end to show you what your values are. So the first thing we're going to do is come up over here to the left for the hamburger. I'm going to click on it. We're going to click on special import. It's pulling from my PC. You're going to navigate over to where your data is. Now mine is in can pressure. It's not finding it, so I'm going to go ahead and click browse, and it is right here. So this is my can pressure data. I'm going to click on open. Now, I find this a little bit annoying. You probably don't. I don't like having this A, B, and C here. And because I need to change some of this data anyway, I'm going to go up here to the data tab. And while A is selected, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. While B is selected, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And then while C is selected, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. The can is actually ID and it is showing as continuous. So I'm going to go over into setup and I'm going to change its measure from continuous to ID. Now, once I've done that, let's go ahead and look at the data. So I'm going to click on analysis. I'm going to go over to exploration, click on it, and click on descriptives. The table is going to show up and it's empty because I need to select a variable. So I'm going to select my burst pressure variable and send it over here by clicking the arrow. And I can see that I have 1,000 values in my data set. None are missing. And I can see like a little summary of the data below. There are definitely other options for different statistics and different ways of visualizing the data. And you probably want to do that for any sort of a project. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take a random sample of the 10,000. To do that, I'm going to go back over to my data tab and click on it. I'm going to go over to filters. And then I'm going to go over to this little FX guy, which is just functions. And when I click on it, I get a drop down measure menu. And the functions, the one that I want is at the very bottom. And so I scroll down and I have this uniform function. I'm going to double click on it. It's going to populate in the window. And now I need a low and a high. So the low is going to be 1. And then the high, I'm going to pick by taking my complete data set, 10,000, and then dividing it by whatever sample size I want. I want 10, so 10,000 divided by 10 is 1,000. If you wanted 25, you would just do 10,000 divided by 25, right? And so now we're going to go ahead and hit enter and let it actually filter out. Okay, so I clicked up in here and hit enter, and you can see now there are 15 data values in here, and you can see, right, that now there are only 15. It's filtering them out. Now this is fine. It's fine to have 15 values. We're just going to take 10 of them. If you wanted to, though, you could kind of play around with this a little bit. Like maybe you do 999 and then hit enter. And now I have 7, right? And then you could go back and maybe do like 1,200, click enter. And now I have exactly 10. So you just kind of play around with the number a little bit. and eventually you'll get exactly 10. This is not a rigorous way to do it, right? If we were doing research, this would not be great. But for a project, for an introductory stats class, this is perfectly fine way to do it in Jamovi. All right. Now, the problem here is I can't actually see my 10 values, right? Like I don't know what this value is down here. I can see the histogram. That's not super helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the data. I'm going to go over into burst pressure, and I'm going to set it up as an ordinal value. Okay. Now I did this, and now you see, oh, I've got this issue here. Well, now I can click on descriptives and I can use frequency table. And now my 10 values are showing. And now I can type those into my data. I can create a sample, set up a new data variable. I'm going to call it sample, right? Its measurement type is going to be continuous. It is a decimal. I'm going to hide it, and now I'm going to go ahead and type in my 93.65, 98.13, etc., etc. Once I've have all of my data in, I can absolutely get rid of my filter, and now you can see that I can do whatever I want with my sample, and I'm done. If you learn something about Jamovi and taking random samples, that makes me happy. I hope you join me for the next video.